So, the X-Men Dark Phoenix trailer, the newest one, just dropped. And I have to say that it looks alright. It looks pretty good. Um, I know some people are not too happy with, a certain moment in the film being spoiled and everything. But besides that, it looks like the trailers are right. I mean, some people are complaining that it doesn't look like they're even trying. Like some of the effects don't look good, or even the makeup jobs don't look good. And you got to remember that this is a trailer, and they still have a couple months to basically render everything and finalize everything so that it does look good, or at least looks decent when it's on the big screen, especially IMAX. Um, but overall, I thought it was all right. It to me, it hit the points that, in my opinion, and I think John Campa's opinion and a few others' opinion, needed to hit, so that at least it'll gain your interest, kind of intrigue you enough to go and want to see it. Even though it gave away, some people would say, a major plot point in the film, in the trailer. So I'd say we just give it a chance, see what happens. A lot of people are projecting it to bomb at the box office. But you know what? Here's the thing. They've said the same thing about X-Men Apocalypse. They said the same thing about X-Men Days of Future Past, and guess what? Even though Apocalypse wasn't financially as successful, it's still, topped the box office its opening weekend and stayed there for a bit until it dropped. So I say we just give it time, see what happens, and go from there. Because you never know, it might be a huge hit. It is the last movie under the Fox deal, that the Fox deal before X-Men, before X-Men goes over to Fox. I mean, goes over to Disney officially because of the Disney Fox merger, which is rumored to be finalized in 10 days. So who knows? Maybe it might be. Maybe they might go out on a huge, if not high note. I mean, if anything, people are going to want to go see this on opening weekend, just to see what the end result is, because of everything they've heard about behind the scenes and all the reshoots and everything, and they're going to want to see what the end product ended up becoming. So I've got a feeling it's going to top the box office for the first few weeks, maybe, or first few weekends, and that'll probably be about it. Um, but um, I think probably the biggest issue people have with the Dark Phoenix is somewhat the same issue they had with Last Stand, even though, as some people have said, the Phoenix plotline was secondary, if you will. Um, I think what people have when it comes to an adaptation of an iconic story like this is they expect a complete adaptation. They expect everything that's related to the Dark Phoenix, connect to the Dark Phoenix, if not the Phoenix story overall, the Phoenix and then Dark Phoenix stories. The whole Phoenix situation or story arc, from the Phoenix to becoming Dark Phoenix and stuff. They expect the whole shebang. They expect the Star Jammers to be characters like the Star Jammers to be in there. They expect the Shi'ar, Lilandra, and all of them to show up, because they've all played major parts in the original story. And I think that's why some fans castrate or chastisize, I should say, this adaptation. Because even though it looks like it's going to be good, well, that's all depending on how people feel. And despite, like I said, the behind the scenes news and information you've been getting, I think the reason, again, people chastise it is because every time someone tries to adapt this story, and the last time they did it was with Last Stand, is they never stay true to it. This right here, according to people like John Campa, Jeremy Johns, and a few others, it might be the closest we get to a true adaptation. Because, you know, she's, she's, from what I can tell just by this trailer, she's slowly becoming that Phoenix Force. It's like whatever alien presence has taken over her body, it's slowly opening up that part of her, that portion of her that Xavier suppressed, and that side of her being, that portion of her being the Phoenix, being this powerful entity. Because I think in X-Men lore, she is known as one of the Omega mutants, like one of those very powerful mutants that no matter what you do, you go up against them, you're going to get your butt kicked in, you're going to get your face kicked in. You're going to be toast, if you will. So to me, so to me, when I hear people complain, I mean, look, people have a right to complain and all that. Don't get me wrong. Because of all the things they've heard behind the scenes happening with this film, the reshoots and all that. People not being happy, phoning it in and all that. Some people can come to the conclusion that maybe because of the merger with Disney and Fox, that's throwing people off, and maybe it is. But I think honestly, the real truth is, and I'm not trying to defend the people behind the scenes, writing and directing the movie and all that, but I think what it is they know a lot of people expect the Dark Phoenix movie to be somewhat of a true adaptation. And like I said, this is probably the closest we're going to get, unlike with Last Stand. This is going to be the closest we get to an X-Men, a true adaptation of Dark Phoenix. Because like I said, we kind of slowly see that in the trailer, she's letting this alien presence open up that repressive part of her that Charles kept closed off, which is the Phoenix Force, and it's corrupting that part of her and bringing it out to make her into this Dark Phoenix. And I think in the long run, when you get down to it, that's why you have a lot of chastising. You have a lot of criticism. You have a lot of behind-the-scenes issues. It's because of the fact that fans that know this is coming hope and want a true adaptation. They want everything involved. They want the Shi'ar. They want the Starjammers. They want Lilandra. They want Gladiator. They want the Skrull. Well, they're kind of getting the Skrull, if you will. They want the whole shebang. And when you get down to it, and they see what they see in this in the teaser trailer, in the first teaser trailer a few months ago, and then now this one, to them it's like, okay, this seems like a more truer, closer adaptation, but where's the rest of it? Where's the rest of it? And I think that's what really gets a lot of people kind of upset. And I think that's what really puts a lot of pressure behind the people behind the scenes, is they know they have to try their best to make a closed adaptation of this iconic X-Men story. They got to do the best they can to make it as close and true to the original source as it can be. That's about it. And as far as, them showing what happened to Mystique, let's be honest, a lot of movie trailers have done that. Whether they're based on something or they're not, they always will show a moment in there that you think, wait a minute, did they just give away a huge portion of the movie or a significant moment in the movie? Trailers are known to do that because then they know because they believe by doing so they got your attention, they got your attention because you're going to talk about the movie after seeing that trailer and seeing that moment shown in the trailer. You're going to talk about the movie. You're going to want to know why they showed that part. You're going to want to know, what what was up with that stuff like that. So they do that to get your attention, to get you talking, to get your reaction. That's why they do it. So, and also as to know, and also by doing so, they know they've got you right there to the point that you're gonna want to go see the movie in theaters. So that's why they showed the scene with Jean possibly killing Mystique. Overall, I'd say, despite how you feel, I'd say let's give this movie a shot. It's the last hurrah under the original Fox deal. And who knows, it might go out with a bang. It may not. Like I said, it might go out with a bang. It may not. But you gotta remember, whether you like how Fox has treated the franchise or you don't, studios know how to get your attention when it comes to trailers. They know how to get your butts in the seats. But again, I kind of stand by what I say. I think the reason this movie has gotten a lot of flack is not because of all the behind-the-scenes news we've heard. It's mostly because of the fact that what you see in the first teaser trailer and what you see in this one, is good. That this is probably the closest you're going to get to a true adaptation, but it's not a full adaptation. And I think that's what really gets a lot of people to criticize and chastise the whole story, that we're not getting a full adaptation. We're not getting the whole 3-course meal, if you know what I'm saying. But I think for what we're seeing right now and what we're probably going to get, it might surprise us. And don't be surprised if it does become a box office hit. It does, top the box office in its first few weeks because of curiosity. And like I said, people are going to want to see what the final product looks like. So, but that's all I can say on this, on X-Men Dark Phoenix and the new trailer and everything. So let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. Talk to y'all later.